Trish and welcome to Thrive with Trish. Today we're going to be talking about gaslighting. We're going to look into what exactly is gaslighting, where did the term come from, what is my own personal experience with gaslighting and how I dealt with it, what are the tactics used by gaslighters, what are the signs that you are a victim of gaslighting, and finally, what are the ways that you can use to deal with gaslighters. So firstly, let's look into what is gaslighting. Gaslighting is honestly a term that I just recently came about learning. I did not know this term existed. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation. An abuser will make their victim feel that they are always in the wrong. They make them doubt themselves and make them think that they're just losing their minds, they're just crazy. Gaslighting can happen in any relationship. It can happen at the workplace, it can happen with your family, it can happen between friends, it can also happen in romantic relationships. But most of the time, it happens in romantic relationships. Where did the term come from? The term gaslighting can actually be traced way back to 1938. A British playwright called Patrick Hamilton created a play called Gaslight. Then subsequently in 1944, there was a film adaptation of this play, also titled Gaslight. The movie stars Charles Boyer and Ingrid Bergman. In the film, they play the roles of Paula and Gregory, whereby they're a married couple, and Gregory always manipulates Paula into thinking that she's insane. He makes her believe that she's been stealing things, that she's been hearing things, she's been seeing things that isn't there. This then causes Paula to question her own reality. Now comes the really juicy part, my own experience with gaslighting. Years ago, before I met my now husband, I was dating a guy who was also the boss of the company that I was working in. In the beginning, our relationship was okay. Then subsequently, after a couple of months, he started to see me lesser and lesser. He would tell me that, hey, I miss you, I want to see you, but I'm very busy. And he would give a million excuses of why he just can't meet me. Even when I really needed him the most, he just wasn't there for me. He was either traveling, he was busy, this and that. And the worst thing is that when I got fed up with this relationship, I told him that, you know what, I think that maybe you're just not interested in me anymore, we should end it. He won't let me go. He would say all these sweet things to make me believe that he really wanted me, he loved me, and that I was just overreacting and he really wants to be with me. When I started to question the relationship, I felt that something wasn't right, but I just couldn't put a finger on it. What was it? And the scary thing was, I had this feeling that the staff in the company was actually watching me and reporting to him about my whereabouts, what I was doing, what I was eating, everything. Why I say this is because he would sometimes send me a message and say that he knows about this and this about me, but I didn't even tell him about those things. So I was wondering, how did he even know? Which was really, really creepy. When I asked him, are you asking your staff to watch me? He denied it through and through. Coming back to me feeling that something just wasn't right, I was really restless for so many nights. I was so unhappy. I was questioning everything. I just felt so confused. Why does this guy say he loves me, but he's never there for me? Then what exactly does he want from me? I was pushed to a point that I was so frustrated. One day I somehow, long story, but I got hold of his ID number, and through some connections, I was able to check on his background, and I found out that he was actually married. I can't start to explain to you how crushed I felt. I can only say that this really made me not believe in love for some time. If you think that's bad, it gets worse. So I had proof that he was married in paper, and I confronted him about this. The crappiest thing is he can even deny it and lie to me right at my face. He can say that, oh no, that's not me, you're making things up. In the end, I realized for myself that there is no point trying to make him apologize or make him realize how much he has hurt me, it's pointless. He just is the way that he is. He's a gaslighter, he's manipulative, and he's just pure evil. The way I dealt with this was I resigned, I left the company, and I cut off my relationship with him. I changed my number, I moved my apartment, I started a whole new life for myself so that he could never contact me ever again, because I wanted nothing to do with him at all. I wanted to move forward in my life in a more positive light, and I knew that that was the right thing to do. So what are the tactics used in gaslighting? Number one, lying to you. They are pathological liars. As you can see from my own story, you can have proof in your hand, you can talk to them, you can question them, but they will just lie and twist and turn the story, distort the story in however way that they like it, and make you think that you are simply overreacting, you are mad, you don't have your facts, and that they are right, even if they know that they are blatantly lying to you. Number two, discrediting you to others. What gaslighters like to do is also make the people around you start to lose trust in you. They will go around and tell others all sorts of gossip and negative things about you, which is completely untrue, just so that they alienate you and you feel so alone and powerless. Why do they want to do this? It's because it's a game of power and manipulation. Because they know that once you have no one around you to support you and no one that you can turn to, it is then much easier for them to play with your mind and manipulate you, to make you second guess yourself. That is how they can gain power over you. Number three, minimizing your thoughts and feelings. Gaslighters will never make you feel like your feelings are validated or that you are understood. When you try and talk to them, even in a very calm, rational way, they will tell you, hey, just calm down. You're overreacting. That's what my gaslighter used to say to me, like, hey baby, don't overthink it. I miss you a lot. I love you. Can't you see how much I love you? Oh, send me all the emojis like kiss, 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 kiss. Oh. Number four, deflecting blame and shifting blame to you. Even if you talk to gaslighters and you tell them that, hey, the way you said this or you did this made me feel this certain way, what they might just end up telling you in return is that, yeah, I reacted this way because of how you behaved towards me. Get it? So what they're saying is you behaved in this way and therefore they are just simply reacting. Again, they did nothing wrong. It's all because of you. Number five, using compassionate words as a weapon. Now this point is a big one. My dear friends, pay close attention to their actions, not their words. Even if they say, oh, you know how much I love you, you know I won't hurt you, you know how much you mean to me, yada 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 yada. All those are just words. Learn to pay attention to the small things, their actions. What does that make you feel? What does your gut feeling tell you? And learn to trust that. Now, let's look into the 10 signs that you are a victim of gaslighting. Number one, you doubt your feelings and reality. You're second guessing yourself a lot and you're confused and not sure what really is true and not true. Your partner confuses you a lot, like they're Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. One moment they're like this and next moment they're like that. Number two, you feel vulnerable and insecure. Number three, you feel alone and powerless. Number four, you feel stupid and crazy. Number five, you feel disappointed in yourself and of who you've become. Number six, you feel inadequate. Number seven, you worry that you are too sensitive. Number eight, you have a sense of impending doom. Like there's something bad about to happen, you're always on edge, but you're not really sure why. Number nine, you spend a lot of time apologizing because you keep thinking you're at fault. And number 10, you struggle to make decisions because you distrust yourself. Now let's look at the very important part, how to deal with gaslighters. Number one, make sure it's gaslighting. There is a very big difference between when someone tells you, hey, this is not really correct, this is how it should be. If the person is not trying to manipulate you, they're sincere, they're just trying to show you what is a correct way of doing something, this is not gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone knows that they are blatantly lying to you and trying to manipulate the facts and make you confused. So one of the ways that you can identify if it's really gaslighting is to check in with yourself. Go back to the part where I shared about the 10 signs that you are potentially a victim of gaslighting and ask yourself, do you feel that you are constantly apologizing? Do you feel that you are powerless, that you are inadequate? Do you wonder constantly if you're being too sensitive? Do you constantly question yourself? Number 2, step back to gather your thoughts. There is really no point to go head to head with a gaslighter because you have to bear in mind that this person potentially has had a lot of practice in this game of manipulation. I remember for myself that I spent weeks and months crying and I had sleepless nights. I was really upset with the complete situation, and even if I tried to talk to him, somehow he will just distort and change facts and make me feel like I was really losing my mind. It came to a point I got so fed up of feeling down and so confused. I told myself that if I want to win this game, I have to be smart about it. I told myself that if he can play this game, so can I. Number 3, involve others. It is not about trying to get someone to take sides. Rather, it's about getting unbiased opinions and feedback so that you know you're not losing your mind. Getting another person's opinion will help you to get a different perspective and a calm guidance. I just want to share here though that back then when I was facing this problem with my gaslighter, unfortunately he successfully brainwashed a lot of people around me, and one of the colleagues which I thought that I could trust, I turned to her a lot, and actually in the end I found out that she was just reporting everything that I shared with her to him, my boss, which was also aka my then boyfriend. So yeah, I got backstabbed pretty badly. If you have no one that you can really trust to discuss about this problem, then I would strongly suggest that you consider my next point, which is get professional support. Gaslighting can sometimes become really serious, even abusive. Therefore, it would be wise if you could get either a therapist or a certified counselor to help you with this issue. Now, if you are experiencing gaslighting at work, you can consider going to your human resources to talk about this. Or if you're facing gaslighting in your relationship but you don't want to go to a therapist, you could also go on Google, do a quick search if there is a National Domestic Violence Support Hotline that you can call. Number 5, talk facts, not feelings. Taking my example again, I knew that something was wrong and that's why I started to dig a little deeper just to get facts. Now, the point is not really to play the game with him just so that I can win. The point is more that once I had my facts, it helped me a lot to restore my peace of mind. It helped me to regain my sense of self-esteem and self-confidence because I knew then that my gut feeling was right. When you have facts, you can see the truth for yourself. You won't question yourself anymore. Number 6, when you're ready, speak up about the behavior and remain confident in your facts. You already know deep down that the gaslighter will try and confuse you and manipulate you and make you think that you're just nuts. Remain calm and don't be afraid to speak the truth. Don't go into a full-blown argument. That's not your point. You want to just calmly say that this is not acceptable. You know what's the truth and tell them to stop trying to gaslight you. Number 7, keep your distance. If it's a colleague that is gaslighting you, then potentially it can be a little bit easier to try and put a distance between you. But if this is your partner or your husband or your wife, I understand that this can be a little bit more tricky. If you've confronted your abuser, you've had an open talk with them, and they say that they're sorry, they want to do better for the future, and they really do try, that's all fine and great. But if you find that they are constantly repeating the same abusive behavior again and again, they're not genuine in trying to make a change, then my friendly suggestion is you have to ask yourself, is this really what you want? How long more are you willing to tolerate this kind of abusive behavior? How long more do you want to be gaslighted? At the end of the day, whether to stay or to leave a toxic relationship, that power is completely in your hands. I just want to say, don't be afraid to do the right thing for yourself because your sanity, your mental health really matters. if you don't take care of it, can potentially crush many aspects of your life. I really do hope that you found the information shared today in this episode helpful. And if yes, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Now let's end today with a quote of the day. If your gut feeling tells you repeatedly that something isn't right, it most probably isn't. Now I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever experienced gaslighting before? If yes, how did you deal with it? I'd really like to hear from you. Please let me know either in the comments below or over our website trishandco.com. And while I'm on my website, don't forget to sign up for my Trish exclusive newsletter to receive not only a free ebook on how to build unshakable confidence, but also to receive empowering tips and freebies from myself that I don't share anywhere else. Now I'd like to do a thank you shout out to my top 5 supporters for this week. Lazy Girl Cooking Vlog, MJ Goes Places, Mama Key Princess, Amandio VDC, and Sarah Arminta. Thank you so much for your support and your love. Each and every one of you, all of you means so much to me. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you here again on Thrive with Trish. Hey my dear friends, I've been thinking about going live on YouTube, but I would like to hear some feedback from you. What are the specific topics that you would like me to cover? Would you like me to talk about finding your purpose, building your confidence, how to build your YouTube channel? What topics would you like me to cover? Please do let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot and have a nice day.